Okay, I've been toying with this idea of how sometimes abstract art is very sort of minimalist, and how I think as observers of the art, sometimes you can look at that art and think, oh, that's really easy. I could make that on my own. And then I was thinking about how uncomfortable it can feel to create something only with a few shapes, and how for me personally my not enoughness comes up, like, oh well, that's not enough, I need to do more. And I was thinking about how much courage it takes for an artist to say, okay, that's done. And even though there's only three shapes, or sometimes one shape or one line, and just how much courage that takes, and practice, and feelings of enoughness within their body. And so I thought it would be fun today to play with that. So I'm going to challenge myself and you to draw just three shapes on your page today. They can be any shapes, any sizes, whatever sort of tickles your fancy. And then just leave it and see how that feels, and see sort of, for me, I'm going to observe what comes up for me. What comes up from calling a piece with only three shapes finished. So there's the potential here for this to be a really short practice. So this is interesting. I actually am okay with these colors together, and I think it's kind of an interesting piece. I don't love the positioning of each of the shapes, so like I kind of feel like maybe I would have done different angles and different sort of. So that's sort of interesting, just in that it's really it's interesting to think about how challenging it is actually to create a composition with only three shapes. I mean, it's easy to create a composition. I've created a composition, I should say, to create a composition that maybe you like or is pleasing to others, which, as you know, is not the practice here, but that is just what came up for me as sort of a learning from this, making this piece. I think it's also interesting that I chose oil pastels, so they're all the same texture, and maybe it would have been fun to try some different textures. I'm also really feeling like it might be interesting to color in the whole outside. I'm not sure if that's cheating or not. I think I'm gonna give it a go just because I'm curious about the colors. And because this color is calling to me, so I'm gonna give it a go. So I'm already breaking my own rules, which is interesting. So maybe I'll try this again another time with just leaving the three shapes. Yeah, okay, so that's interesting, because now that I'm actually putting the blue on, I'm kind of wishing I just left it and did the activity that I set out to do. And I'm super curious what ends up coming up for you when you just leave the three shapes. Are you able to leave the three shapes, or does it feel too uncomfortable, or does it just feel maybe not finished? Yeah, what comes up for you when you challenge yourself to just put three shapes on a page? I do like the contrast of the blue. It's kind of fun. Anyway, okay.
That is the practice for today.
If you'd like to share your 3 shapes, the composition that you made, the colors you used, the textures you used, all that fun stuff, head on over to the Patreon page and share with me. I would really love to see what you come up with. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.